Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another Clash Royale video. Thank you so much for joining in, and today we have another new deck from Funny Clash, and it's a really nice deck, and I really appreciate that you actually did drop it down in the comment section. So if you have any of those deck that seems to work out for you, and if you think it will work out, then you can just go ahead and drop that down in the comment section. I'll just probably see the deck, and if it's good enough, I'll probably do a video on that as well. So definitely I will be trying out the deck, which you will be dropping in the comment section. So don't worry about that. So it's a really cool deck. It has a lot of counters within itself, so it's a really nice one, and it definitely does seem to work out over here. So I have some replays showing you on how I possibly think this deck should probably have the strategy going. I don't know if it's the right one. You can just probably comment down if it is the right way to use it or not. But then, now this is a really cool deck. So let's get right into the video. But before that, make sure to subscribe to the channel for Clash of Clans or Clash Royale content. Make sure you leave a like and make sure you click on the bell notification icon so that you don't miss any of my Clash of Clans or Clash Royale content as soon as I upload them. And lastly, thank you so much for commenting Funny Clash. Okay, here is the first replay, and this was a draw which is pretty awesome. The opponent was pretty confident of it, overconfident in fact, and he definitely did get the draw out of it. So we're gonna start over by dropping in the Witch, and then we're gonna back it up with the Walk. These two again do a really great strategy all by themselves. The Witch and the Walk are gonna do some handy bit of damage, and the opponent has the Mega Knight, a big counter for both of them, which actually did lose a lot of hit points over there. So the opponent also has the arrows, which is really sad to see, and the minion Horde do a bit of damage, but then he actually does do the jump, which is pretty much unnecessary for me. The Mega Knight did do the jump, and he actually did do a lot of damage over there. So we're gonna continue the attack by dropping in the Dark Prince, or we're gonna wait for the opponent over there. So we're gonna mimic the opponent over here, just laughing at whatever he does. So this guy, to be honest, is pretty confident, in fact overconfident, and we pretty much got the victory at the very end. Not the victory, in fact, we took down the tower at the very end, and that is really awesome to see when the opponent loses just like that, because he's gonna win it, and in the end you're gonna win it. That's really awesome to see. I could have actually heralded, but then I didn't. Now, I don't know what's wrong with me, but then I'm gonna back it up with the Dark Prince, and the Dark Prince is again gonna do some damage over there to the tower. Yes, he is, and we're gonna do a lot of damage over here. So by the time the opponent does drop in the Mega Knight, he actually does do a lot of damage. So we brought down the hit points to 1083, which is nice and good enough. So we're gonna drop in the Valkyrie, and we're not gonna drop in the minion Horde because the opponent has a counter for it. He is gonna drop in the arrows to deal with that. So yeah, he's going to drop in the arrows this time to deal with the skeleton army. Pretty good to go for him. And the Valkyrie again is going to get roasted by the Inferno's flame. And we're again going to put in the Golem barrel. They are again going to do some lot of damage. So you see 453 is what they're bringing up. And this guy is definitely hangry at this point. And we're going to continue the attack by dropping in the Witch and continuing and killing this guy pretty much to the core. So again, we're not going to continue because we know we cannot probably make it. So we're going to put in the Valkyrie, and the opponent is coming up with the Mega Knight again. So we actually have to deal with it. So the opponent is going to drop in nothing more than just this, because he does not have elixir at this point. The minion Horde is going to do some damage and take them down. And again, the bro is doing some damage over there. He has arrows for them, and that's really nice for him. So again, we are gonna stop it by putting in the skeleton army over here. So definitely gonna actually ruin up his dreams of getting that tower there. So we're gonna drop it up, and we're just gonna take that tower down. And this time we're actually gonna do some lot of damage, because the Dark Prince over there is gonna do one shot. Now the no, what is that? The Goblin Barrel all by themselves take it down. The opponent does arrow in the hand, and we take it down. That is clutch over there. We pretty much get the tower over there, and that's really nice to see. It's just how we're defending on this point. And we're gonna drop in the Fire Spirits, and the Fire Spirits again are going to do some damage. The Fire Spirits, trust me, they're really good. The opponent did throw up the arrows, so we're on the lead over here. We're not gonna let the balloon do any damage at all. We're gonna let the minion Horde die by themselves. They're not gonna make it to that tower, or at least do any damage to the visit. That's really unfortunate. But then we're gonna continue the attack by dropping in the Witch. We're gonna drop in the Valkyrie up in over here because we don't want the Witch to die. Dropping in the Fire Spirit to take down the skeleton army, and the Mega Knight is again going to do damage to the Dark Prince. We don't want to leave the Witch dead over there, because she is going to summon these skeletons, which are again going to do a lot of damage. And And pretty much the game is over at this point. You can just see you have 7 more seconds. All the frame from losing, we came back to winning, and that is really awesome to see, because this guy definitely did get the treatment he actually did require. So he's definitely angry at this point. Oh my goodness, I'm really sorry for that. Okay, here is the second one, and in fact a victory from a level 11 guy, and that is why I love this deck, because if you can actually beat a guy that's above you, then that definitely shows you that this deck is pretty much capable of doing some decent amount of stuff. So the Fire Spirit is going in. I didn't have any other card to actually drop in. I had the Witch, but then I didn't know if I actually will be getting in the Dark Prince or maybe the Valkyrie, so I definitely did drop in the Fire Spirit to deal with that. So again, we're gonna drop in the Fire Barrel over there, not the Fire Barrel, the what barrel is that? The Goblin Barrel to do some damage over there. So we did do some damage from 352 to 2701, and it's really nice. So again, we're gonna drop in the Skeleton Army because we cannot afford to kill ourselves by just dropping in the minion horde, and the opponent does take it down. If the opponent does take down the minion horde by dropping in the arrows, that would be a 2 elixir positive trade for him. So definitely that is not what you are looking for. So again, we are gonna continue by putting in the Witch over here, and the opponent unfortunately he's ready with the Prince over here. So dropping in the Witch, and we don't have anything. He drops in the Skeleton as well. By the time I actually drop in the Prince, the Dark Prince, the Prince actually knocks it down, knocks down the Witch. He actually pierces it through his stomach, and that's really sad to see. And he is a really great card. So the opponent is coming up with the Giant again, and I have the Skeleton over here, Skeleton Army, and I'm ready with the Skeleton Army because after I drop in the Skeleton Army, the opponent is going to drop in the arrows, and once that's done, I'm gonna drop in the the minion horde, and that way I'm not gonna waste in my elixir. So waiting for the opponent to drop in the arrows. There it goes. I'm gonna drop in the minion horde, and I'm gonna kill both of them within no time. The Fire Spirit's just leaving a bit of hit points on that lumberjack over there. Pretty unfortunate, but then we are gonna take some hit points over here again on the tower. So we're gonna drop in the arrows to do some damage to the bats. We don't want any of those coming towards the tower. So again, dropping in the Skeleton Army to deal with that. So again, the opponent does time down the poison spell right, and he actually does do some damage both to the tower as well as the Skeleton Army, now, which is really sad. And again, we're going to continue the attack power by dropping in the Skeleton Army, and the Lumberjack is not a good counter for the Goblin Barrel over there, just as you can see. So dropping in the Witch, and the opponent is going to actually drop in the oh my goodness, he definitely did get the Skeleton Army right there. He definitely didn't get that barrel, the arrows doing damage to that. What is that? Come on. Oh my goodness, I'm tired of speaking over here, but then just leave that apart. So 456 more remaining. We're just gonna drop in the barrel, and the barrel should probably do it. So again, we're gonna counter this by dropping in the Skeleton Army. And again, we're gonna drop in the Witch and then the Dark Prince to do the damage. In fact, not. We're just gonna drop in the Dark Prince. Dark Prince is gonna shoot at that. We're gonna put in the barrel, put in the arrows. Pretty much game over for the opponent, although he had the Prince over there. So it is a good game. A level 11 guy pretty much had a good fight with us, but then we get the victory. Well, there you see, guys, that's the deck. And if you have any of your decks that you think it will probably work, just drop it down in the comment section. It would be lovely to actually see your deck on how it's actually going to help others try them out. So thank you so much for watching till the very end, and lastly, thank you so much Funny Clash for dropping in the suggestion over here. It's definitely a good deck, and I probably will be using it a lot more times in the future. So thank you so much for watching till the very end, you guys. Until then, goodbye.